Hi guys, this is Meena. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. There's a reason that I love mystery books, and one of those reasons are the amazing books like The Maid's Diary by Lorette and White. I've rarely had bad luck with mysterious thriller kind of books. I really enjoy them. I really love their plot. I really love mysteries, and I love how slowly and steadily it gets revealed. And the same thing happens in this book too. I do want to talk spoilers about this one, but I'm not gonna, because I do want you to experience this book, because this book is just amazing. There's so many plots, there's so many twists, like you're gonna just be scratching your brain what is actually happening throughout this book. Like I said, this is a very amazingly written thriller book. The story is about this maid, as the name suggests, it is Maid's Diary. So this is told through many POVs, but one of those POVs is the maid, who is Kid Darling, and she is the maid and she loves snooping, and she works into this very luxurious houses where she can actually be alone and clean and everything. She comes from this hiring agency where people can hire maids to clean their houses, and that is where Kid Darling works. One day she gets hired to work in this beautiful home, which is the Rose Cottage. This is again one of the houses of very rich people, and the main people who live there are Daisy and John. I do not remember their surname, so do not ask me, but both of these people are very rich, and she gets to work there. And when she cleans and everything, as I said before, she loves snooping, and that is where she discovers many secrets. But Kit Darling also has her own secret, her own agenda. Like I said, it is revealed in this book. I cannot talk much about it, but there's a lot of things. The other point of views that we get is one of the detectives, homicide detectives, where she is working on a case of this mysterious murder. There's this murder scene where she goes, but there's no body to be found. Like from the evidences, from the whole scene, you can see that the murder was actually brutal, but there was no body to be found. There's only one witness to the scenario, and she also does not know the whole story, but she believes that the death is of Kid Darling. So everyone just suspects that the death is of Kid Darling. She's the one who died, or someone murdered her in cold blood. Very slowly, with the help of Mal and with the other POVs, we actually discover what actually happened. There's a point of view of John, there's point of view of Daisy, which we get in the past, like days or hours before the actual murder that happened. Slowly you will see many of the plots and many of the secrets unfold. Like again, it is shown very beautifully, written very beautifully. Like there are many twists and turns which you'll never figure out, okay, this is happening and why this is happening. The most horrific thing about this book is actually based around sexual assault which happened in the past, and many people were involved in it, but nothing actually happened. Like the victim was actually not given justice, and the culprit who actually did the deed actually is roaming free, and he's a very famous person too. So this is again a revenge plot too. The sexual assault and rape can be very triggering, so of course there's this trigger warning for you, because the book is mainly based around this sexual assault. It is the main premise of it, so trigger warning is in place. This book sheds light to a lot of things. It shows how much rich people have control over things, over media, over people, and how influential they can be. How rich white men actually are privileged, how they actually do not care about consequences, because they know that they do have some privileges, they do have upper hand in certain things. The one thing that this book actually shows, which I think was very appreciative, it is how women protect these kind of men. I mean, their men are actually cheating on them, they're doing this horrible things, and still these women are actually protecting them. They have this mindset that boys will be boys, but what they do not realize is that a person barely changed, and someone who is capable of doing something like that to a very young girl, like something like sexual assault or rape, how can you ever think that that person is gonna change? This book shows a lot of POVs. Like I said, it shows a POV of the rich person, it shows the POV of the victim, it shows the POV of the one who did the sexual assault. It shows many POVs. Like you are gonna see all of these point of view, as you're gonna judge people, of course, and that is the beauty of this book, that you get all the POVs. None of the POVs in this book are dull, or none of the characters are dull. Like I said, the mysteries, the plot, the twist that happens, everything is very interesting. There was this one revenge scene like plot or something, which kind of made me very much uncomfortable, because even though the person deserved it, but that is not something that I would ever wish upon someone. So that kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But by the end of the book, it is explained a little bit better that what we think happened did not actually happen. So I was relieved a little bit, not 100% but a little bit. But anyway, what actually happened to the victim was very much heartbreaking. Whatever happened, like the sexual assault itself and whatever happened after that, it was very sad to see. Even the end scene, there this one scene about what actually happened to her, and the women in this book are actually doing that to her. That is the most disturbing part. Like, even women are not standing up for women for something that this men did, and they are not standing up for her. They are blaming the woman, that she's the one who did this, she's the one who enticed him, men are gonna be men. So that is something that makes you feel those emotions, and I really loved it. My favorite character in this book is Mal, the maid detective, and I also felt a little bit sad for her because of what was happening with her husband. But she's one of the most likable character in this book. There's also Kit. I liked her, but there are times, like I said, her revenge was a little too much for me. What actually happened, there's this one scene, like I said, when you're gonna read it, you're gonna know. But I really loved the ending. I think it was like the perfect ending. Karma did work. I really loved whatever happened in the end. This book is something that you can enjoy. Like, this is something that you're not going to be able to put down. Like, this is the kind of book that you can have while eating popcorn. Like, this is so interesting, and I really did that. You can have it with snack, because you're just gonna enjoy the ride. This is such an entertaining book. I have read many thriller book, but I think this is one of my favorite one. Like, I really did enjoy my time with it, and I really highly recommend it to you guys. I think you should read it. But again, if sexual assault and rape is something that is very triggering to you, please do not read it. This book can be very disturbing at many scenes, because there are pregnant women in this book. There are talk about child death and abortion and everything. So it does deal with a lot of difficult topics. So this book can be difficult for some people. So if that is something, a deal breaker for you, I do not recommend it to you. But if it is not, I think you should give it a try. For me, this is a 5-star book because it was such an interesting and amazing read. Hope you like this review. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye.